Hello there, fellow trendsetters. And I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. Ben Dunn is a busy man, and he's hit us with a parody of Red Sonja. So, is it lean, fun, sexy swords and sorcery? Or is it just a crammed, cluttered, pervy chore to read? Well, dear viewer, my answer to that is surprisingly both. After all, this is just my worthless opinion. Cue music. Stop. Main content. So, Ben Dunn. Does he need an introduction? Nah, not really. But in case you didn't know, he's the man that actually runs Antartic Press. And he's been running it for pretty much 40 years. Well, him and his brother. He's a busy man that always has a project or two working on. But he's also mainly known for one of their flagship titles, Ninja High School. Now, there'll be some filthy casuals out there that probably have a look at his work and just think he's a rip-off artist. Well, in defense, I would say no. The man, everything he does, or mostly everything, is parody. I would consider him the king of parody in comics. And here's his latest piece of work available so far. Kendra. So, first off, we'll talk about the art. So, the art, as you can probably see, it's pretty much the typical standard Ben Dunn work. I will admit, back when I first discovered him, probably back in the noughties, I didn't really go off on Ben's art too much. It just looked a bit weird, probably to what I was reading back at the time. But of course, after the years have gone and actually given them more of a chance, the opinion has changed. After all, pretty much you can always just tell it's Ben Dunn. Always. The colours, it's pretty done by Dylan Fagan. And the colouring, I will admit, it's not actually up to Udon comics quality, but it does the job effectively. And that's just fine. The story, well, I find the story is a little bit all over the place. It's just one of those stories, I would say, that where you just get, especially in this comic, where you just get a bunch of puzzle pieces just thrown together, but then later on in the story, they start falling into place. Because at the start, it just felt the start felt unnecessary and it didn't make much sense, but hopefully that'll be explained later. When the story is actually started to gain speed, and I'm actually getting hyped up for it, it finishes with a to be continued. The execution of this whole thing, well, it's the typical Western manga way, which I'm pretty sure Ben Dunn and probably Fred Perry, they both invented that. One critique I will probably say, I just think Ben Dunn's fight scenes could be done a bit better. They need more oomph. They don't go for very long, or they feel too short, and they just could be a bit more exciting, I would say. The comedy parts, however, they don't feel out of place. When you get to read those certain types of manga where when they go into comedy parts, they just go full chibi. And so it's no, he doesn't do that here, which is actually a relief. So the verdict of this whole thing, I would say, yeah, I'd give it a 2.5 for this first issue. Like most of Ben's miniseries, like what I've read, the first issue gives me that it could have been better, but just like with damn near every other Ben's books, like with his miniseries, the second issue is always much better. So you can either take my word for it, or just tell me to get fucked. After all, it's just my worthless opinion. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Until then,